Hello friends, this is Vijay Bambani, and for a change, in this video, I'm going to talk about the behavioral technical analysis aspect of trading. For me, this would be a video that I would probe as to how much of my viewers really want to accept a little heavy end of the things, a little more research about behavioral finance and how to go about becoming better traders. You see, we've often heard what we do categorizes us, but how we do it defines us. Now, I've often said in my lectures as a guest lecturer and at training institutes where I train corporates, etc., that it's not as important what you think, but it's actually more important how you think, because how is flexible, it adapts, and it's dynamic. So this video is actually all about how you trade, how it defines your personality, what it says about you, and how you can become better. Now, I'm a big admirer of the work done by Chicago University, and especially in the field of behavioral finance. This video is unashamedly based on some of the learnings that I have enjoyed from the Chicago University's work on psychoanalysis and behavioral finance. So let's take a jump right in and discuss what we are saying now. The one thing that I learned from one study was that behavioral scientists at the Chicago University could fairly accurately tell the personality of a person if they could know just the first 5 financial transactions that the person entered into on a routine trading day. Now, for example, you wake up from sleep, go next door to the mom and pop store and get yourself a carton of milk. Now that is the first transaction of the day. From a roadside vendor, you buy a copy of the day's newspaper. That's the second transaction of the day. You come home, take a shower, and leave home for work. You then buy a metro train ticket. That's your third transaction of the day. While waiting for your train to arrive at the platform, you pick up a sandwich. That's your fourth transaction of the day. And just about before reaching your office building, you stop by and get your shoes shined. That's your fifth transaction for the day. Now, what kind of financial future does this typical kind of a person have? You know, as per behavioral finance, a very poor future. Before you say, what? This is an average Joe, this could be anybody out there. Why is such a harsh judgment being passed on this person? All right? Now let's take a deeper look. If you're a planner, you would have not run out of milk. And possibly you would have bought a big jar, maybe half a gallon, maybe even a gallon, instead of a small carton. It would have ensured that you have enough milk in the house, number one, and number two, a bigger packing would have been far more cheaper. That's one. Number two, ditto for a single copy of a newspaper. If you had a yearly subscription, an annual subscription, you would have even had it delivered to your doorstep for free. And of course, not counting the savings. Number 3, if you're commuting to work almost every day and you're still buying daily tickets, number 1, you're effectively wasting time. Number 2, a season ticket or what we call a monthly pass would have been infinitely cheaper than buying daily tickets. Then, if you're picking up a sandwich when you could have eaten a wholesome home-cooked breakfast, it means that you're incurring expenses, you're eating unhealthy food, you're not really planning for a healthy life, and you're basically displaying signs of very poor time management. If you're getting your shoes polished from a shoe shine boy, you'll know that it's a lot more expensive than doing it yourself. You could do it in the night before hitting your sack, and in the morning you would have had a well-polished pair of shoes waiting for you. Time, effort, and money saved. Now, the subject in question here is a poor planner, wastes financial and physical and time resources, and is just about likely to get by in life. What does it have to do with your trading style? I think everything, because what we are in our personal lives, we tend to mirror that personality types even in our professional lives. So, what if you're showing the following signs in your day-to-day trades? If you're trading with no advanced plan in place, you, however, determine what you should trade and when and at what price only after the market opens, you're basically a very, very impulsive trader. You show signs of a lack of creating blueprints. This is not really an ideal, successful, profitable trader. On the other hand, if you're trading against the flow of money, you search contrarian short selling positions or short selling trades in a rising market, or you're basically trying to find bargains that will jump up in a falling market, you're playing the part of a reckless contrarian sometimes. Of course, there are times when there are exceptions and you should be playing contrarian, but that is for seasoned traders. It's not to be done every day. It cannot be a standalone game plan. So basically, it shows you're a non-conformist who doesn't really want to play by the rules and who's basically trying to rebel against commonsensical things like going with the flow of money supply in the market. In such a case, you will basically be taking small profits as and when they accrue, but your losses will be really exaggerated and big. The third thing, if your losing trades are on big lot sizes and your gaining trades are on small exposure, this shows that you're a very poor allocator of capital and risk management. Now, this results in very small gains and big losses. Your account, your trading account, will be shut itself over a period of time because you will run out of money. And if you're continuing with this kind of trading, which is in stock market parlance called eating like an elephant and eating like an ant and shitting like an elephant. This typically means that your salary income and or your other business income is funding your loss-making aspirational style of trading, and you've not really been able to take money home month after month. Aspirations are fine, but preparation to actually fructify those aspirations are what is required from your side. I think you should stop, rethink, plan, formulate a trading blueprint which has a probability of success, and then come back to the market. The fourth one, if you wind up buying stocks that fall and if you wind up shorting stocks that rise during the day after you initiate the trade, this is a classic sign of poor preparation and understanding of the market. On an average, a seasoned trader takes a minimum of 4 hours plus to prepare for the next trading day. Unless and until you study the charts, do statistical analysis, read your screens, update yourself with what's happening in the market around you, you're unprepared for the trading session. Now, if you're buying something that falls and if you're shorting something that rises immediately after you enter the trade, that very simply means your preparatory work is lacking, or maybe you're not even able to understand the signals of the market that are staring you in the face. The fifth one, which is very common, You take small profits out of nervousness and you freeze when your trade gets into a loss-making territory. It basically shows that you're frightened. This typically happens after you've had a streak or a string of losses. You tend to clam up, you tend to freeze like a deer in the headlights of a speeding automobile on the highway. This means you need to take a break, calm your nerves for a while, and then come back to the markets. Very simple. The sixth one, and this is also fairly common, you lose bigger amounts of money, especially after a trade wherein you actually made big amount of profit, which means you made a substantial amount of money, say 1 lakh rupees in a trade, and the very next trade you wind up losing more than 1 lakh. This is extremely counterproductive, my friends. You're basically showing signs of being carried away by a feeling that I know it all. I've cracked the secret code of the market, the secret signals of the market, and I know it all. This is very common, and we are all humans. We tend to get carried away. The best way is to take a break every time, immediately after you make a profit which was beyond your expectations. This stops you from being reckless. It allows you to digest your profit. It allows you to set aside this money maybe in some fixed income instrument where you can't touch it and withdraw it at whim and lose it back to the market. Basically, don't get hyper excited about your profits. Take it calmly. Now, the thing about behavioral aspects of trading is that you think you're trading against the markets, whereas in reality, you're actually trading against yourself, your fear, your greed, your insecurities, your mental demons. Your feeling about this particular counter is lucky or unlucky for me because of your past experience. Therefore, behavioral aspects of trading are actually a lot more important than the mathematical or the statistical aspects of the market. Trading is actually a process of discovery of one's own self. What is your breaking point? How much stress you can actually take before you back off? It's also a process of conquest over oneself. It'll happen, give it time. Just like an Olympic or a Wimbledon level player practices for 10,000 hours before reaching where he or she is, give yourself time and practice. It'll all come. Friends, do let me know what you think of this video, because I'm breaking into the aspect that I love most about the market, behavioral finance. I'm sharing these videos about a subject over which I have been spending the last 15 years studying in depth. And depending on your reaction to this video, I don't mind opening the doors and sharing a lot more thoughts on this. With this, I bid goodbye to you in this video, not before reminding you to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. Click on the bell icon to receive instant alerts about videos being put up out here. In the comment section, keep the lines of communication open. Tell me what you think about this video. Help me reach out to like-minded traders and investors by referring my video to your family and friends. Also, in the description below this video are hyperlinks to Equity Masters YouTube channel, where I put in a lot more thoughts, 4 videos at least every week. I think you should subscribe to this channel and check out my videos out there. Also is a link to a free PDF guide as to how to become a better trader. If you register with Equity Master, you can download this guide for free. Friends, I wish you have a very, very profitable day ahead. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for watching my video. This is Vijay Bambwani signing off for now. Take care. Bye-bye.